Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 3. Well, we are in the House of Hope. We started exploring and talking to some of the poor unfortunates here. We hit it off with the Guardian of the Dread Portals, who clued us into a way to break into Raphael's boudoir, which we are not going to take because it's an obvious trap.
Keep going.
But it's just for the sake of completeness. If we look out here, sure enough, there is a cave in there.
Kill me, please.
And we've got an inner balcony here with a note that says security breach. We are concerned to report a regrettable incident within our esteemed House of Hope. It has come to our attention that one of our guests, driven to madness by insatiable curiosity, attempted to breach the sanctity of your revered boudoir. The misguided individual, their mind clouded by a desperate desire for forbidden knowledge, sought to gain access to your private quarters and uncover the secrets that lie within. They believe that the back door of the balcony would serve as their clandestine path to knowledge. Well, to be fair, after meeting Raphael, wouldn't you think that going through the back door would be too easy, cheap shot beneath me? I apologize. Anyway, however, rest assured, my lord, that our vigilant guardians swiftly intervene and prevent any further trespassing upon your back door. So please don't turn us into Lemures. That's the undead type and not the fluffy animal, presumably.
Pain. Become its bedfellow, and you will know true pleasure.
I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all.
He said he'd turn my eyes in on themselves. To see inside me. Rolling and rolling until they burst.
Anyway, this is actually my third time having to replay this section because I don't know whether it's because of glitches or something else.
Let your heart be glad, let your tongue rejoice, and let your soul rest forever in this house of hope.
But I keep having issues with my disguise fading at inopportune moments. Apparently somebody was into pet play.
Show your invitation.
I like to watch the door to the boudoir. I like to see who goes in, who comes back out, and who never does.
Does Raphael mind you watching his comings and goings? Mostly comings, I'm guessing.
Why? It was his idea. Here I watch, forever and forever. Oh, I can never join in, but I'll always look.
Do you know what goes on inside that room?
Oh, I like to peep through the keyhole. There's so much to see. So much to see.
It's mostly butt stuff, but there's so much to see. Okay, I can't reach that plaque for some reason.
Let your heart be glad, let your tongue rejoice, and let your soul rest forever in this house of hope.
stone!
Anyway, I think the issue that I had before is that your disguise fades the moment you steal anything,
Away! This is Raphael's chamber pot.
even if there are no witnesses. Are you its guardian?
Its admirer, its protector. It is my one true beloved.
Use the chamber pot. I think not. And we have a book, Taming Hope Part 2.
I've been awake for 100 years. Let me rest.
And we keep having these random souls pop up. Anyway, Crow's transcription of a conversation between Raphael and her sister, Hope. What's that? Good morning, sweetling. How are you? What is that? This? Oh, nothing really. Just a little curiosity. Hope, my tenacious petal clinging to the flower despite winter nature and all of common sense. This is an Oman dreamcatcher. No? No recognition? Well, all right. This tinkly, feathery device is a jar for dreams. Currently filled to bursting, I don't mind telling you. Stop. Stop what, dear one? Jangling it like that, like you stop. Oh, you hear that, then? The captured dreams of frightened children? The Omnians were a killer people. Hope the children slept like stones. No boogeyman or creepers invaded their imaginations in the tenebrious dark. No, these figments went in here, and they ought to know one another. A social house for nightmares. These things that go bump in the night live inside the streamcatcher, and they are dying to meet you. Raphael, don't go! Serve me then! Damn your pride and serve me with your whole heart. No, I won't do that. I see. How naughty of you. As Raphael and I left, I chose to linger and listen to my sister's closed door. She is alone to Dreamcatcher. I heard her breathing grow heavier, then sharp, froze in silence, then Hope began to scream.
Guile, the face that masks 1,000 lies.
None of us should.
Anyway, another balcony out here, along with a rat.
I'm in two minds. The rat and the man and the rat, they gnaw at one another. Which one will be the meat and which one will be the tooth?
How did you end up here?
Cheated my chums, took everything and ran. The kindly devil hid me from them, made sure they'd never find me. I skitter now, bested the litter, and hungry, want victuals sweet with rot. Simpler life, but harder.
So yeah, some guy who got turned into a rat for cheating his friends. Theologist, Eternal Debtor.
Brother, welcome. It's so good to see a new face.
Who are you?
Who am I? I do not know. Who was I? I can answer. A priest. I spent most of my life singing praise to a god who did not listen. 1,000 prayers with no reply. Imagine it. Raphael answered the first time I called out to him.
What did you ask of Raphael?
Not riches or miracles. Just enough coin to keep my family happy and healthy. Raphael delivered, and then I was delivered to him.
Flock to me, all who are burdened, and I will give you hope. For my house is yours, and the door is always open.
Perfect.
Well, there's the archive and a smoldering Eternal Debtor.
My blood. It's burning. Sizzling. Do you feel it? Don't come too close. My bones are kindling. Soon they'll catch light.
and devoured.
They're eating me from the inside. The rats. The rats. The rats. Ugh.
And then there is a gilded chest over here.
Wretched. Perfect.
And here is the archive.
Hello again, little mice. The price for speaking is steep, but I must give warning. Your prize is just ahead in the archive, but you can't take it yet. And even if you could, you mustn't. Trigger the alarm, and Raphael will come swooping home on wings of malice to rip out your soul. In this house, thieves are melted like butter and spread onto toast. Shh. I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again.
I need you to stay calm, Hope, and guide me.
I can. I shall. I can. I shall. The archivist is the key, but he's as stubborn as a king and as serious as a heart attack. Exploit his fiddling weakness and make him grovel! Oh no. They hear me. Speak quickly, speak softly. You know how this goes.
Concentrate on speaking softly and without emotion. No bard option this time.
You steady your mind and prepare your questions.
How should I deal with the archivist?
Fierce authority figures. Perhaps his teacher took a strap to him and left a deep impression at an early age. There's one regular visitor that he particularly fears. She is...
A crack like breaking bone. Hope winces.
What does the archivist fear, Hope? I need a name.
Scarier things than you, little mice. Verilius. Verilius Receptor. A High Inquisitor of Zariel. Officially entitled to audit Raphael's collection. Her true form is so gargantuan and mind-scarring to behold that she takes on many guises when she visits. Play your part well and you can be one of those blasphemous guises.
All right. Now, you can also mind read him with your illithid powers to get that information.
Let you bring disorder into the archive.
I'm not bringing anything, you little false-pole. Well,
Cleanse the books. I comb each and every line for falsehoods and purge them pure.
Not a librarian's job, dude. I should know. Anyway, attached to this letter is a map with a detailed list of locations, all of which are familiar. Raphael has requested I've kept a close eye on the infected adventurers who fell from the Nautiloid and survived. Impressive. They spent a while stumbling around like lost babies, easily distracted once at that. Hey! But finally made it to Moonrise Towers. You should have seen the mess they made there. Pure delicious chaos. They killed Kefric. It was a hell of a show. I'm delighted I got a front row seat. And now they're on Worm's Crossing if the last few days are anything to go by. I'm expecting more blood, death, and chaos, which means I'll be running into you any day now. If anything changes, I'll keep you posted. Let's see, orders for the Archivist. Archivist, without delay, move some of the contracts and treasures to the main cache. We are excited about soon acquiring the Crown of Karsus and want certain things on display, while the rest may be safely stored in the secret vault. What we want in the archive are the Amulet of Greater Health and Gauntlets of Hill Giant Strength, with a place reserved for the crown. Artifacts in the vault should be the stuff of spell power and the backup gold cache. And over here we have Taming Hope Part 1. Corilla's transcript of a conversation with Raphael and her sister. Did your mother sing you nursery rhymes? What? Little Miss Teffel sat on her kettle, steam blowing between her lips. Along came her oven, in need of some lovin', and soon she had scalded hips. That's funny, and yet you do not laugh. Come, Hope, don't look so aggrieved. This little realm around us, this house, you have mastery of it, and you of me. Sing me a song, Hope, I'm speaking to you. Now, don't go silent. I'd hate to have slit a child up at the navel and rinse you in their insides. You're some pervert. Then sing me a song, I say. Nursery sweet, but don't demean, I'll know if you do. After some moment she does. I remember our mother used to sing to us a gentle melody, laden deliciously like plump young arms laden with autumn-ripe apples. When the song concludes, Raphael sighs, looking at my sister. You're something, my dear, really rather something. I would have you master your own fate. Let me give you free rein to do so. Let us abandon this wholly ugly imprisonment. Serve me willingly. Things be as merry and jubilant as that song you've just given me. Sweet Raphael? Yes, Hope? Eat shit. But stuff your maggotry tongue in some other woman's ear. Raphael, here he looks upon her with such longing and hate, I think he might actually kill her. Oh, that was in air, my dear, in grave air. I shall see you soon. So Raphael's obsessed with the woman who he can't give whatever she wants.
Do not think of what you have lost. Do not dwell on your debts. Set your mind on higher things. I am the architect of destiny. Set your mind on me. I am the purveyor of hope. I am the future.
I'll make 'em perfect. Pages crisp with lines and letters. I'll make 'em beautiful for him. I promise. I promise.
Looks like there's several librarians like that around here.
Just look. Exquisitely arranged down to the last thread. If you see him, tell him how beautiful it is.
No interruptions, please.
I'll make 'em perfect.
We do not demand silence, but please keep prayers, words of encouragement, and friendly conversation to a minimum.
And we have a list of debtors. An extensive list of the names of the residents of Raphael's house, separated by headers, loaned, punished, put to work, fed to pets, used as leverage, missing. There's also a book, The Wall of the Faithless. At the core of the Few Plagues barren, ash-gray wasteland stands the City of Judgment with its crystal spire jutting above the streets and the influx of souls. These are godly folk seeking the verdict of those ruling Fugue. The faceless, hopeful, or sullen, their boot heels caked in the mud of perdition. Yet for those who claim no godly patron in life, there is only the wall. The wall erected by Merkel, Lord of Bones, to keep those of insubstantial fate from any possible form of peace. See it gored and clawed at by the desperate, clung with fingernails flecked with smashed skulls. How Merkel enjoys his petty torments. Yeah, rather a disturbing part of the Forgotten Realms mythos is that since the gods of Faerun do take such an active interest in things, atheism is more a matter of refusing to pay lip service to the gods than any serious belief that there is no divinity in existence. If you're stubborn enough not to worship at least one god in life, you get to spend the rest of eternity nailed to a wall and slowly becoming part of the wall. Fun, fun stuff. But here is that amulet of greater health that was mentioned before.
Amulet of greater health.
That might be worth a look.
And we have noticed that there is, in fact, a pressure plate, presumably to keep the alarm from going off.
I see the Orphic hammer has caught your eye.
Gauntlets of hill giant strength.
What's that?
Of course, Shadowheart spotted it. And the Archivist is following us around like a lost puppy. Oh, and look who's here. Let's look at the plaque first.
The Orphic Hammer.
Can't resist the faintest hint of a temptation, can you? I suppose that makes two of us. That little disguise Hope gave you is adorable. I can see right through it, of course. And so will Raphael. He's going to notice you nosing around his house. I hope you're ready to face a very angry devil.
Yeah, I hope that
Why
too.
don't you run off and tell him, Corilla? You love tattling to Daddy, don't you?
What are you doing here?
Me? This is home base. I'm not even going to ask what you're doing here. Plausible deniability. Might want to steer clear of my sister Hope, though. She's mad as a March hare. If she'd just agreed to serve Raphael, he'd probably have released her a long time ago. As things stand, she's his favorite toy. We're all mad here. But Hope in hell? Why, that's the definition of insanity.
I don't trust her any more than I trust you. Hope is your sister.
She is. Though we've got about as much in common as a princess and a pauper. Raphael offered her the world. She didn't want it. He sweetened the deal. She said no. No matter how many times he upped the ante, she just laughed in his face. He didn't like that. Eventually, he took her by force, trapped her and swore he wouldn't let her go till she gave him what he wanted. Conversion. The stubborn ass has endured more torment than any soul should be able to. Even when he took all of her skin, she held on to hope. Raphael finds that puzzling. And he loves puzzles. You being here is another puzzle. You don't seem like you want to die. You want my advice? Enjoy whatever life remains to you. When Raphael catches you, you'll never enjoy anything again?
Alright, well, let's talk to the Archivist, since he's just standing there.
A guest? Are you a client of the Master, or a visitor from elsewhere in the Hells? I do not believe you were invited. One moment. I shall consult the visitor's schedule.
His eyes flicker back and forth as if he is reading a book. He has the schedule memorized, or it's carved into his eyelids.
Most irregular. The schedule is all but clear, and yet you are here.
And I've got the deception option now. I am the High Inquisitor.
A thousand apologies, O majestic magistrate of the Infernal Court. Your mortal guise is so vile, I found it perfectly convincing. I would prostrate myself before you and kiss your calluses, but my spine is ruptured in 1,000 places. You do know how Raphael likes to play. As always, the archive is yours to peruse. You'll find everything accounted for, and I can present documents of procurement if necessary.
Let's see. Any new highlights in the collection?
A fine pair of gauntlets that allow the wearer to twist the head from even the most resilient malingerer. An amulet that causes the blood to surge and the heart to swell, along with other parts. Most invigorating. And awaiting installation, we have secured a rod that gathers the weave around it in great quantities, just as surely as shit gathers flies.
I'd like to see the hammer, please.
An exquisite and most unique artifact, crafted with materials hewn from the depths of the hells by Raphael's Merrigan labor force. As it was created by Raphael himself, we have no documents of procurement, nor do we require any. But if you wish to examine the artifact itself, you are more than welcome. As part of the special collection, that item is guarded by a master word that even I do not know. I suggest you wait until Raphael returns, and you can discuss the matter with him. You are welcome to relax in the boudoir until then. It is where Raphael conducts his most private matters of business and pleasure. You will need this to gain access. The resident of the boudoir will wish to explore every inch of your new form, and I'm sure you will be happy to share.
Alright, so now I have an invitation into the boudoir, where we can presumably find a way to get the hammer.
Raphael sees everything you do.
Alright, so Feast Hall, Foyer, Outer Portals, Archive. And in the middle of all this, Raphael's Treasure Vault. Separate from the Archive, of course. And there's the entrance to the prison. We are going to go ahead and save here because it was right after this point I started having all the glitches before. Plus, we've had enough long chapters. I don't think it'll balance out by having a slightly shorter one than usual, but thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue from here next time. Take care until then.